you mentioned you have a revelation that maybe Taiwan is not the place for you to be. Would you say you regretted your decision or your choice of coming to Taiwan?
I definitely not regret. Would have I done it otherwise? Probably not, because I've learned so many lessons here. I've met so many great friends who are now all over the world. So basically, almost any country I go, there is somebody I know. And it's amazing, you know.
Hi, 大家好，欢迎来 Welcome to Taiwan. Today we are in Tamsui to have a chat with our Russian friend. And before we go, please don't forget to click that subscription button, like the video, help us share if you can.
Hi there, my name is Svetlana, or you just can call me Lana. I come from Russia, and I've been living in Taiwan for over a decade, but I still look young, 21, forever. I used to do a lot of things, but mainly I focus on modeling and acting, acting in commercials, TV series, and the thing that I'm mostly proud of is theater.
Actress.
Acting in Taiwan is not the easiest thing, I think, as you can imagine. The industry is not as big as in Taiwan. There are certain things that could be improved. There are certain projects that have been very interesting. For example, I took part in different Netflix TV series and HBO. For example, a Taiwanese Tale of Two Cities. Just a very minor role, but I think it was just cool to be on Netflix, you know. Something from my bucket list.
Let's go back memory lane. Why do you choose to come to Taiwan in the first place?
It's a long story. Dates back to 1997. I'm joking. And I used to date this Russian guy that I've met in my city. And he moved to Hong Kong to do his second bachelor's. And one time I went to visit Hong Kong and I really fell in love with a mix of Asian and Western culture in one place. And I had a very traumatic experience there because he broke up with me. Anyways, I was really in love. And I thought that if I live somewhere closer, maybe eventually we get back together or something.
Hopeless romantic.
Hopeless romantic. Oh my God, just stupid, you know. Let it be real. I came here to do my master's degree after finishing my bachelor's. Actually, I had a revelation recently that maybe Taiwan was not really the place that I truly wanted to live and be, because I was always attracted to Spanish language, Spanish culture. I think my vibe and personality fits more that. And I was learning Chinese because of my ex who was going to move to Hong Kong. I was just practicing, you know, writing characters on an iPad. After I went to visit Hong Kong, I really wanted to live abroad. And at that time, it felt true and honest. Oh yeah, I want to do that. Why not? I really like Hong Kong. But I applied to different master's degree in Hong Kong. And here, I didn't get to the one in Hong Kong, which is quite sad. But I got here. And the person who told me to try Taiwan was my friend from back home. Sorry, mosquitoes. Don't eat me, I'm not tasty. He was doing his Chinese here, was learning for 1 year. And he said, try Taiwan. I mean, it's close to Hong Kong. The food is good. The alcohol is cheap. I don't know why he said it. People are friendly, safe. I'm like, okay, why not? I'm gonna try it. And I got in, and here I am.
Could you take us through things that you've encountered, the difficulties and challenges you've encountered to the point where you found your feet?
A lot of things happened in 10 years, as you can imagine. I had a lot of ups and downs. I always felt like a foreigner here. I've never quite assimilated, and it's not only me. I've asked other foreign friends that felt the same. But I also feel foreigner in Russia when I go back there because I've lived so long abroad, so I feel quite similar to them as well. I think I've had a lot of financial struggles before, finding a job that fits me, that I will like, and that will fit my personality. And it was quite hard to make very strong and deep connections with the local people. To me personally, I felt like has been a certain wall between us, although I have very good Taiwanese friends, a couple of them, but they're very westernized. And relationships, I think, dating, might not be only applied to Taiwan, but it's been hard as well to, as I said, to get to that level with local Taiwanese guys. I had a lot of misunderstanding with them, and the language barrier as well. Although I speak some Chinese, it's not enough to explain certain things that you feel.
You said you had a few misunderstandings with dating Taiwanese guys, for example.
I've never actually dated one. I went on dates. I've never had a relationship.
10 years.
I think I'm too honest sometimes. And I say things the way I think and the way I feel. And I think I found that it's quite hard to express feelings for the local people to really think and to follow the rules completely here. Because sometimes, lining up here is a very big thing, a very big culture of lining up for everything. And in Russia, it's not appreciated, but people do cut in line. And when somebody cuts in line in Russia, people get angry. Like, what did you do? Why did you do that? Go back. You're not supposed to be here. And in Taiwan, just don't say anything. Just let him be. So sometimes I would maybe with a guy that I went on dates, maybe that would be sometimes a problem. Like, I would maybe get angry with somebody cutting the line, and I would say that you're not supposed to be here. And he was like, just let them be. I'm like, I can't. I can't.
Okay. You mentioned you have a revelation that maybe Taiwan is not the place for you to be. Mm-hmm. Would you say you regretted your decision or your choice of coming to Taiwan?
I definitely not regret. Would have I done it otherwise? Probably not, because I've learned so many lessons here. I've met so many great friends who are now all over the world. So basically, almost any country I go, there is somebody I know. And it's amazing, you know. Was it my honest choice? Now as I think, it wasn't. But I do believe it's a destiny. If I went to study Spanish in Russia, I would have probably gone to Spain. If I didn't meet my ex, I would have never gone to Hong Kong and do that. So one thing led to another, like in the butterfly effect. So I am meant to be here, to go through my lessons, to learn things, to have experiences. But I feel like I'm very ready to move to the next chapter of my life and maybe explore other countries and other options.
Coming to Taiwan at an early age, what did your parents tell you about your choice of coming to Taiwan?
You have to understand Russian culture is quite conservative, and especially my parents. My dad is a colonel in Russia, a military engineer, but the real general is my mom. And in Chinese, there is a saying, a mom who is very strict is called huma, which means tiger mom. So my mom was very, very strict. I couldn't go to certain places and have to be home before a certain time. Very, very Asian parenting. And I have to do well in school, and I was always compared to everybody. And my parents probably had planned the safest option for me, which is to continue education in Russia, find a job, get married, get an apartment, live there close to them. Because in Asian culture, it's okay to live with parents, and it's encouraged to do that, because why do you go somewhere else? It's very safe here. We will take care of you if needed. And I was always rebellious. Didn't like to follow the rules. I wanted things to be my way, but I couldn't because of family. I didn't tell my parents that I would be leaving them until I got my ticket to Taiwan. A one-way ticket. It was in the end of June. The song came true. And my mom was really angry. I was really upset. But she was not coming from a bad place. She was just really, really worried about me. A fear of uncertainty. They didn't know what country it is, like how safe it is, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to live there. There's more to life than just living in one country, one place, doing things that the majority of people do. And my decision was firm, and I was already 21, and it's still a very young age in Russia. You just graduate from school. It's not like in the US, like you're 16, you just leave your home, and it's encouraged. But in Russia, it's not encouraged to leave your home that early, especially for a girl.
Being in Taiwan for 10 years, what has Taiwan taught you, if any?
Don't bring birds on the bus.
You have birds?
No, there's a sign on the bus, like no animals, but there is a bird.
Okay.
Could have been any place, really. If you have to go through certain lessons, it can be any country. You can end up anywhere, even in your own country. It did taught me to be more tolerant and considerate towards other people. The only person that will stay with me forever and who I always bring around is me and myself and I. And unless I change something inside of myself, my views, my habits, nothing is going to change. But at the same time, I also learned that there are people who are willing to help you and will ask nothing in return. With friends leaving Taiwan and going to other places, I felt really, really lonely. So I had to deal with that loneliness and learn how to be with myself. And having, at some point in my life, like having completely no money, and at the same time asking people for help when you have problems, doesn't matter financial or relationship or emotional, they will be there for you. Mm-hmm. So there are two sides of one coin, and I think it's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned here.
If you are to introduce any Taiwanese culture to Russians, what Taiwanese culture would you like to introduce?
A lot of Western cultures are ego-oriented. I am the priority, and people around me are not. So I don't care. It's not about like, I don't care what people think about me. It's like, I don't care if it brings any harm to other people. I will do that. But people here are very considerate, like with the trash, for example. Despite not having trash cans, it's so clean. And people know that, okay, if I put it here, it's not good maybe for other people. I'll bring it home. It's not good for the nature. So I will maybe suffer and carry it with me, like I did with a banana that I forgot to throw out. And there were no trash cans, and I left it for 2 days in my backpack. And then there was a nice, very pleasantly smelling surprise. But I wouldn't dare just throw it out. In Russia, I think, or not only in Russia, in some countries it will be okay. And the thing is that surprises me as well, people will not touch what is not theirs. You can actually reserve a table with a wallet. If you just put it here, which means this is my table, I'll go to the bathroom. In Russia, I don't think so. Or things that are being placed in front of 7-Eleven, they're just like, there's nobody watching them. This is so amazing. It's like it's super safe, and the only thing maybe they will steal is umbrellas and scooter helmets, and the food, but they will leave the key in the scooter if you left it there.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else to tell Taiwanese people?
Thank you for providing me with a place to live, to grow, to fall in love, to get disappointed, to get angry and desperate and depressed, and experience all those things in life that you can. I'm really, really grateful and appreciative for that.
Thank you very much for giving us your time to share your wonderful experience living in Taiwan. Gansia ni sokan, yo si huan bu si huan. If there's any part of the video that you wish we could improve, please leave a comment, and see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.
如果你也想成为下一位爆红创作者，请打开下方资讯栏连结，一起来投稿吧。